StFX, are you ready to relay?
Hello everyone and welcome to Relay. This is Amy and my name is Matt and we would like to welcome you to Relay at StFX. Please join us in the singing of O Canada by Jocelyn Fraser.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. So, on stage with us tonight are wonderful co-chairs for the Relay for Life Committee this year, Meg Pike and Melanie McKay. Welcome to the biggest Relay for Life that StFX has ever had.
I'm going to take the time to personally thank each and every one of you for being here. This afternoon, just online fundraising alone, we hit $30,000.
This is our beautiful Relay for Life planning committee. Give them a big round of applause.
The Canadian Cancer Society supports lots of different programs. This year we are focusing on 3 different areas of Relay. These are the Lodge That Gives, Family Pharmacare, and Early Detection and Screening.
Please welcome Amanda Alexander, the Manager of Revenue Development at Canadian Cancer Society.
Funds raised through Relay for Life help the Canadian Cancer Society do everything we can to prevent cancer, fund research that outsmarts cancer, and support people living with cancer while we advocate for healthy public policy. And your support is what makes our work possible, so thank you.
Alright, my name is Erica Call, and this is Kyle Morrow as stated we are Survivor co-chairs for this year's Relay. Each year during the Victory Lap, we take the opportunity to honor a local individual who is battling or who has overcome cancer. So this year we're fortunate enough to welcome a fellow Xaverian to deliver our Survivor's address.
So this year's guest speaker is a familiar face to many of us in this room. He's a 4th-year nursing student who is involved with a number of organizations on campus, including the Nursing Society and the Peer Tutoring Program. He decided to give up a career in engineering and return to StFX to pursue a nursing degree. He has resided in Antigonish for over 4 years with his wife, Lori.
2 years into his academic career at StFX, our guest speaker was unexpectedly diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. In spite of this life-changing diagnosis, he has remained a committed member of the Xaverian community, attending classes, clinical rotations, and even the odd wing night.
His perseverance and optimism is an inspiration to his friends and family, his classmates, and the StFX Relay for Life Committee. Please join Eric and I in welcoming Jay Crawford.
Really, from the time I started here, my goal has been to give back. I also sometimes sing the anthems here. And so that's been my goal. And so then 2 years ago, when pancreatic cancer hit, you know, I had said I was making a commitment. Well, I didn't know at the time I made this commitment that this commitment to these young people was going to involve maybe giving my life up. Because I've been more inspirational, I think, since that time than I was before. And so that's where I am now. People have asked, you know, what do I hope for? And when you have a disease like pancreatic cancer, and we actually heard from another survivor, a supporter whose boyfriend had survived to testicular cancer. There's a certain amount of jealousy that goes on among the cancers. You look at breast cancer, wow. Boy, do they get a lot of support. And you wonder, well, where are we? You know, pancreatic cancer, you're not going to see very many pancreatic cancer survivors up here telling you anything, because the survival rate for this one is 5%. And I had my first operation in June of 2010, and it was unsuccessful. There's artery involvement, and so they weren't able to remove my tumor. And so the doctor told my wife that I had 6 months to live. So I'm on borrowed time now for, 15 months. And in that time, I've also managed to stay with my classes. I still continue to tutor the freshman nurses in chemistry. I'm demonstrating chemistry this year. And, well, that's a lot of work for me. I've had so much support from the School of Nursing, from this university, from all my classmates, from everyone. I just can't, and from Lori. I just can't tell you how much that all means to me. And the survival rate for that cancer now is fairly high. I mean, it's certainly better than 5%. No, it's in the 90%. But where we are on breast cancer is that the incidence rate is shooting up. So while pancreatic cancer for me is probably going to take me out, people are surviving breast cancer, but there's so many more of them. And so even if you have a survival rate of 98%, the number's still there. So I'd like to see, ultimately, more pancreatic cancer survivors in the meantime up there, and fewer breast cancer. Not survivors. I want everyone to survive, but I want them to not get it in the first place. And the reason that that's a huge thing is because that's going to take, ultimately, some looking at money interests, because some of the things that are going to, when we start looking at causes, are going to rub some people the wrong way. And so we need a big cancer. We need something like that to keep that momentum and keep things going. And I guess that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Survivors are wearing yellow t-shirts. You inspire us, you symbolize hope. This night is for you.
When we were in the Survivors Dinner, somebody made a comment that they hope that someday that Survivors Dinner, we had it up in one of the little conference rooms, that they'll fill all those conference rooms with survivors. And what I'd like to see someday is that that's empty. There's no one there.
So, to thank some of our sponsors, our maritime media sponsor, CTV, Atlantic Survivor Activity sponsor, MetaV Blue Cross, yes, nailed it, and provincial print media sponsor, TC Media.
We would also like to thank our corporate sponsors, the Hawk Radio, StFX University. Special recognition to all our local sponsors at Relay here at StFX and the Antigonish community, the Union Station Clothing Store, Made in Nova Scotia Store, Kenny's, The Wheel, Plumtree, Bloomfield Centre, Tall and Small, Snow Queen, the Maritime Inn, the Casket, Vivid, Big 8, Sobeys Antigonish, Scottsburn, Tim Hortons, McDonald's, Wormer Co-op, Superstore Antigonish, and the Alpha.
And we're all here for the same reason. The reason we're here is to fight for a world without cancer. And the really exciting thing is that our fight starts right now.